Hello, Henrik. Can you briefly describe you for those who don't know you yet, please?
My name is Henrik Danhage. In America, they say Danhage
Okay.
or Danhage. So this is yeah, but Henrik Danhage is my name. But you can say it in whatever way that is easy for you. Henrik is more important, and I play guitar in Evergrey.
Yeah. Last year you released a best of album for your 30th birthday, and I have seen quite funny pictures inside it. Can you explain all the concept behind it, please?
Yeah, I mean we there was so much stuff, and we have so much photos and films and everything from the we. It's kind of funny, man. We back when it was more difficult to bring stuff like video cameras and everything. Now everything is on the phone and you don't film anything. Whereas then it's just like the whole time we were going and filming and documenting, the studios and everything, So
Mhm.
we just went in and looked at all photos and just added it because we thought it was be fun for ourselves and fun for our fans to see, like maybe a different part
Mhm.
to get more. Yeah, maybe getting the more of the backstage kind of feeling, the private
Yeah,
things. Or yeah,
I completely understand it. Now we will move on your new album because it's why you're here tonight. I don't know who is behind the idea of the artwork of Theories of Emptiness, but it's drastically different than the previous album, as you can see behind me. Was it on purpose or was it a natural process? Or maybe
no,
you
I
don't
mean, it
know.
was it was an idea that Tom had, and
Okay.
I was like, I don't know, but and that was kind of we started to talk about it, and I thought that I mean, just like when somebody has an idea and they really push it for it, and a lot of people are discussing and they don't really know what to make of it. So I kind of think it's made the whole purpose.
Mm.
It's and in one way I like it because thanks to that it's less crowded.
Yeah,
I like it more simple,
simpler. Yeah.
more straight to the point. So in that way, it attracts me more.
Mm.
And it's just a cover, man.
Yeah. But for some people, you just discover music thanks the cover. So yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, it was quite surprising for me because I was used to some astonishing and
yeah,
I don't know massive stuff, and it was quite simple, and I was quite disturbed
yeah.
when the first time I saw
Yeah, I can
it.
understand. So I mean, that is. I mean, yeah.
To
At
te-
least we got a reaction.
to tell you first, I was thinking about a single cover or just a little piece of the artwork. But
Mm.
when I saw the puzzle thing on Instagram and Facebook, I knew that it wasn't the case. So because you did it last years, you
Yeah,
always show the artwork thanks to a puzzle. So
yeah,
yeah, I saw it wasn't the case. But yeah, it was quite funny to see some some simple cover with uh Kate. I don't think you can say that, but the ideas were like constellations of branching on the
yeah,
artwork. So it was quite funny to say it's simple, but it's quite complex. Both of it.
yeah. It's different.
Your new album is coming very soon, and I find it more attractive than the last one for their choruses mainly. Did you have any plan during the composition, like making a song in a certain way? For that, for example, I have found the keyboards very central for the melodies, but I've found out later that Ricard helped Tom to compose it. So, did you participate, or was it just both of them?
With what song?
All of them.
No, I mean, no. It's just. I mean, Johan had a lot of riff. Rickard usually comes in with something that almost always turn into a song,
Mhm.
two songs, and No, I mean we was going the regular way. It's just the difference is that a lot of the basic riffs came from Johan this time.
Okay.
So that's a big difference this time.
So that's
Because
why. Okay.
May is writing and riffing so much. So this time a lot of Johan's riffs really attracted. So it was good.
Yeah, I think so too. It was very, yeah, particular when I heard the first song. I don't remember. I'm not completely used to it yet. Falling from the Sun, yeah.
Mm.
It was very catchy, so yeah. It was very surprising to hear it. But it's a perfect first single, I think,
Yeah,
for the album.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you just go to the. I mean, I think it has to be if you're gonna stray away from the song, it has to be really good. I think it's important that it's worth it.
Yeah.
I hate long songs just because for the sake of songs being long.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect
Completely
it.
understand it, yeah.
It's just cut it out. If it doesn't. But that's me. I'm very unsentimental in those kind of things.
Yeah, perfect.
I think I'm more like it to leaving people wanting more.
Yeah. Can we talk now about One Heart? I think it was at the end of the previous year when Tom asked the fans to sing in one specific song for just one chorus. And I have listened to it a few days ago when I received the album thanks to Napalm Records, and it was very catchy. I'm just a bit sad because I couldn't participate for this one. In fact, it was too late for me when I make up my mind, so anyway. Furthermore, it's not the first time you did it, so was it so cool that you wanted to do it again, or was it for another reason?
I mean, it's a cool thing, and it's just for. I mean, it is. Also, I mean, it's probably a lot of people that dreams of being on an album, man.
Yeah.
And it's just. And I don't think it's silly at all. If I would think that would be silly, I would think that I was silly when I was a kid and wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
So making the fans in there together with us, of course they're gonna sing the best, or at least the loudest the best that they can, and the loudest. They're gonna give everything. So it's very powerful,
Yeah.
and it means a lot for us, and it means a lot for them. And so next time you send it in, because it is very cool to have it, knowing that your voice is in there. It's powerful.
Yeah, for fun, it's quite magical, yeah.
It is.
I can easily imagine. Yeah, and it works very well. Yeah, it's very impactful, yeah, to hear it, and it's a very big crowd, so it's very cool. During all the time I have listened to you, I have always wondered why you choose to play your solos just before or after the Tom solos. It's a gimmick that I like very much, so I was a bit curious about it. It brings a certain level of fluidity and entertainment in live that I completely love. So please tell me, is it a gimmick?
What is the gimmick?
The fact that you usually play your own solo just before or after the solo of Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, after Tom?
Before or after, it depends on the songs, but
yeah, that's just the way it is. I think that the solos are a bit short sometimes, to be honest with you. But at the same time, powerful, and people want more. It's just it's also very powerful that people always want. Oh, I wish that I can hear. I love that with albums when I was younger. Especially when they was fading out in the end. If people were playing, when you raise the volumes, you can hear that last thing. Yeah, and then you just have to turn it down until the next song comes. But otherwise, it would be super loud in this. So it's just like, Yeah, I think it is a gimmick. I mean, both of us are good guitar players. You know, why should we not? Why should we not show that?
Yeah. But it's a thing that I found very funny and interesting to watch in live when you just I don't have the. I will check for the words, exact word. When you I don't find the. Bon, don't worry, I don't find the word, so I will
Not a
move on.
word.
Sorry.
No, but I mean, and it's fun for the crowd as well to see,
Yeah.
because it's getting into a little. It is almost like a little duel, you know, a little.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love.
It's a little. It's like they say in a hockey game towards the goalies. It's a game within the game, you know.
Yeah, completely. After Flo Jansen and next James Labrie, now we have Jonas Renkse as a guest vocalist. Do you know if the idea emerged from the previous Errand tour when Tom and Jonas played together?
It was then when they really. I think that's when they become more of friends instead of just being buddies. You know, that we drink beer with at a festival, or like, you know, a colleague, so to speak. So they because I think it was during 3 days or something like that. So and they had some talking between as well before the shows. So it was just very natural to ask him, you know, and I mean it matches really good. The Katatonia vibe and the Evergrey vibe is good together. So it just made sense, man.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this kind of guest, but now you say it's kind of, natural. It's not very surprising to see Jonas playing with you guys. So, yeah. It's quite perfect. I have a question for you. What can you say about this single for those who didn't have the opportunity to hear it yet? I have just seen that you will release in a few days the video clip. So can you spoil it a bit? But not so much, please.
About the video?
No, about just the song, the mood. Because for me, I won't spoil so much, but it was a very surprising single. I wasn't expecting at all this kind of music, so I don't know how you can describe it.
Which song are we talking about?
The song with Jonas. It was called Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cold Dreams. Yeah.
But it's just cool, and I think it's awesome that you don't really hear. It's difficult to hear who's who as well.
Yeah, completely.
I think it's really fun, and it's all, and Tom, both of them are doing growls as well, which I think is very cool. You don't hear them do that much growling, so it's cool as well. So and I mean, it's a very dark song, you know, and I think I think people are gonna dig that one a lot.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Also, you have the daughter of Tom, I think, in the vocals, no? If I read it well.
Yeah, she's been on some albums before as well. Yeah, so she's very talented, you know, Salina. So it's nice to have her on, you know. It's just to have it, you know.
It was quite weird to the song, so for me it's very entertaining to have this part. So for me it's not a problem. If it will serve the song, no matter the guest. I saw a few days ago that the band had organized a listening party in Gothenburg. Can you explain the concept behind this kind of events? Because you plan to do some more in Sweden.
We get there, we listen to the albums a couple of times.
A couple of times, really?
Yeah, talk to the fans, you know. And I think it's like usually around 2 hours. So maybe you have maybe it's 2 3 spins, something like that. And So we're gonna do that on Saturday in Stockholm and on Sweden Rock at Tuesday.
It's quite good. I like this kind of concept, but Sweden is too far from me.
No, but it's a fun thing, you know, and people think it's important for certain people, you know, and I think it's that we can provide that.
Yeah, it's quite a nice idea to bring this kind of concepts, because you will listen an album that you want to hear, but with the band, and you can ask some questions just after the first listening. So it must very a good day for the fans. Yeah. I've seen as everyone that Jonas won't continue to play on stage with you for now. How did you find Simen Sandness? Was it thanks to the release of the Temix album, or do you know him before that?
I didn't have a clue about him.
Yeah.
But I am not. Tom certainly did.
Okay.
Nolly certainly did. So I mean, he got recommended, and when I saw him, it was just like, wow, of course, great, awesome, fantastic, let's do it, you know. But then we wanted to, you know, it's hard because Jonas has been in the band for a long time, and this Simen is young, and I'm very excited. So I'm just as excited as I'm sad, you know, that Jonas is not with us. I'm very excited that we have new fucking fresh meat coming in, you know, raw new power that's coming in, that's gonna lit our asses on fire and help us, you know, because, you know, if somebody doesn't want to be there, it's not fair for anybody involved, you know.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of everybody's time. Then we want to go, you know. If somebody doesn't want to go, they're gonna drag the other people, or, you know, regardless of if they want or not. It's just gonna drag the whole thing, slow it down, you know. And we don't wanna slow down now. We're gonna fucking, you know, accelerate.
Yeah. It's always better when everyone is digging in and enjoy it, because it's better. Yeah.
You know, if you work as a team, if you think you're 5 people, you know, and you just fucking really letting all the egos go, you know, and then all of a sudden you have a powerful fist instead, you know. And if everybody stays like this when you need it, and don't fucking start pushing out, you know, then it's gonna be great, you know. You just need to hold it and keep going.
No.
That's the difficult thing.
I will maybe see that in your upcoming tour. I hope so.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, you know, because we've been really rehearsing hard now, and a lot paying, you know, and it's just so we really can make it really fucking awesome from the first show.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. We're really getting ready to kick everybody's ass, because we really want to give everybody the show that they deserve when they come, you know.
I completely understand. The reason for Jonas leaving is quite revealing of the difficulty to be a musician these days, and the way of living of few artists that don't want to be on stage or touring because of, I don't know, timidity, family, or fatigue. Is it currently a question that you've got in your mind, or not?
I mean, it's just you have to be a certain way, you know. You have to accept that you're very selfish. You're making a lot of selfish decisions, and you have to depend on a lot of people. But if you play everything well, and you make sure that everybody gets the right attention, and you nurse, you know, the things when you're home and everything, hopefully it's working out better than if you just are selfish and staying out on the road, you know. Because the beautiful thing is that, I'm gonna do 92 shows from where I'm going sitting here until this year is over. But I have not done any shows until now, and we are in June soon, right? So I've been home for 6 months.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of parents that can say that they've been home every day for 6 months.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Sleeping in their own bed, you know. And so, and really have the ability to be putting in things with the family when it's rough, and when it needs the time that ordinary jobs
Permit, yeah.
it's very difficult to take care of all that stuff after a regular working day. So I feel so blessed that I can go, and I feel ready now. So that's why I'm so happy to go, because I feel that I've done all the other things good as well. So I can leave knowing that I have done everything that I can do. So it should work, you know, if we just keep to the plan, all of us, you know, in every aspect, the balance.
Perfect. It's cool. The first reviews are showing up, and for now they are very positive about your album. So how do you feel about Theories of Emptiness being so well received by webzines or magazines? And how cool is that to see your upcoming album named as your best album by some people?
I think it's really flattering. It is what it is, you know. Yeah, at the same time, it's one person's opinion, you know. So it's just, of course, it's much more fun than they would say there's the crappiest of the year, you know. But I think it is. It's good because at the moment, Evergrey thinks that this is our best album as well, you know. Until we do the next one, then we're going to think that one is the best one. So because that is how you work, because otherwise you have, even if it's just like I've been doing on this album, only contributing with the solos, for instance, and some ideas for arrangements, but no riffs.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, in order to be comfortable with that and put down your ego, that is just like, it doesn't matter. We have great things. I don't need to be, I can just come in and say, no, I don't think this is awesome. But this is, and find, you know, how you can just cut off some fat sometimes, you know. There's like, yeah, this is great, but do we need it this long, you know? And when you're sitting with stuff, the more you put with it, the easier it is to lose track, and you're just getting into it, you know. It's like, yeah, we should have more of this, and all of a sudden you spent 8 hours on something that wasn't really great. The only difference is that now it's 20 voices and 12 keyboards on it also, but it's still shit. You have just covered a turd with chocolate.
Yeah.
Which is very common, you know. And that's what I think Evergrey is good at now. That now we can listen to each other, and I can say this, but I can say it in a way so I don't sound like I did now when I tell it to you very like black and white, because you also don't want to cut people down with a chainsaw, because you're so vulnerable when you're sitting there with your music, you know. And I don't know, but I think it's very common for musicians. You know, if you have something that is not good enough already when you turn it on, and that's where you can get pissed sometimes, because you see the reaction of the other people, and it's like, yeah, I know that he will react like that. It's just like, yeah, but why did he react like that?
Yeah, it's quite.
Are you really so full of yourself that you think that he reacts that way just because it's your riff? Or could it be that the riff is not good enough? Could it be like that?
Yeah.
So all those things is just like, but I think it's experience and growing some kind of wisdom, at least in this area, because this is what we've been doing for so long. So this we know kind of good, you know. This we can navigate in this water. It's kind of good, you know, with the music and arrangements and stuff like that now. And how you present it to be a team as well is very important, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to say what you think the whole time, you know. The world is not that interested in knowing your opinion the whole time.
I think we're good. I don't know if you have an interview at the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I have one more.
Yeah. So I will let you go. Thank you very much for the
It's
discussion.
been a really nice talk. I hope you got something out of it. I did.
Yeah,
Think it's
thank you.
fun, rambling, talking about music and the band.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very nice.
Yeah.
I've always received Tom England in interviews, so it's quite new to see some new face, you know.
Yeah, it's good. You know, the band is 5 members, and
Yeah.
it's really strong personalities, all of them. You know.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Have a nice day. I don't know the hour in
Yeah.
Sweden, but yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.